Now, built by Nkrumah many decades ago, the Pwalugu tomato factory provided ready market for tomato farmers and also many indirect jobs for the people of the Upper East region. Today, the factory is almost a ghost house with the equipment deteriorating year in, year out, despite the fact that farmers in the area frequently suffer post-harvest losses after the tomato seasons. For our JoyNews agenda on defunct factories across the country, JoyNews' Upper East correspondent Albert Sori speaks to farmers who back in the day produced raw materials to feed the factory and reports that many of them now cultivate the crops with no assurances of where to sell the produce.
Recent floods here at Pwalugu are over, and these farmers who lost most of their farms to the floods are back to try again. Samuel Abora here has decided to go into onion cultivation because the rains will be completely gone by the end of this month, and onions will survive on little water. His best option would have been to cultivate tomatoes, but he has decided otherwise. He tells me when he was a younger farmer somewhere in the 1980s, tomatoes in this town were as precious as cocoa because of the Pwalugu tomato factory.
In the whole region, like Zia, Tono, and other surroundings that do farming in tomato, it was very okay.
But today, the Pwalugu tomato factory is almost a deserted place, gradually falling apart.
When the machines went off and they were not functioning, the women who used to come and buy tomato from us, they won't even stop here to buy tomato, but they would rather go to Burkina to buy tomato and come and pass. So it has made farmers to stop farming tomato.
The main gate to the factory is always locked and remained locked when JoyNews visited on Monday. Our checks revealed nothing had changed as far as operations in the factory are concerned. There is no ongoing activity there whatsoever, and there is a station security guard who was not at the gate at the time of our visit. Last month, JoyNews got these visuals of the factory when Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Sagri Bambangi, came on a tour of the place. Some of the equipment were gradually rusting away and weeds were growing on the compound of the factory. Our checks on Monday revealed nothing so different.
Oh, it's really, we are really having a difficulty because certain times you even produce, you don't have market. And it has given the way for most of these our young men to dip into the cities. There are no job, they just go and create a lot of problems in the city because there's no work even in their own area.
Charles Avala here is another farmer here at Pwalugu who had the experience of growing tomatoes to feed this factory when it was functioning.
Anytime you just harvest, they come to take it. It's not a question of where a queen mother will come and dictate a price to you, and before you even start, you and the factory knows how much they are going to buy at their crate. And it didn't only benefit the farmers, but the hand help. We used to engage women in the transplanting, we engage the women in the harvesting. The factory also engaged workers in the process of their producing the thing. So it used to give employment not only to the farmers, but a cross-section of the community. I believe if the factory is actually working, young men from this community will not want to go to the south.
Hajia Tenitia once won the award for National Best Tomato Farmer, but eventually had to quit farming because it was no longer lucrative. She now sells farm chemicals and other inputs to earn a living.
The time we are starting farming, I don't get anything. Factory give me pumping machine Factory give me fertilizer and everything. They bring the tractor to come and plow up my farm for me. So I'm starting the work, and if you produce the tomatoes, factory will buy all. If you come and buy, you give you receipt until the thing finish. She will remove the money, then you give you your interest. That time is fine. But it comes sometime, the factory no work again. If you plow the thing, I cry woman to come and buy the thing. They won't pay until factory come down. They close the factory. So now, no any business from here.
Former Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University for Development Studies and current president of the Miller Institute for Transdisciplinary and Development Studies at Bolgatanga, Professor David Miller, has some suggestions on the best way to approach revamping the Pwalugu tomato factory.
We all know the history of suicides and various mental cases that resulted from tomato investment in this area. So they have reasonably shifted to gardening egg or eggplant and pepper. So we were arguing for a factory that would deal with multi-vegetables, and also the production of watermelon and yellow melon and mangoes and so on and so forth. So that will give a lot more viability to the factory. But to count on factories first before the raw material is not the way to go.
Government after government have given some assurances of getting this factory back up and functioning, but none have managed to deliver on these assurances. The people of Pwalugu and the Upper East region are hoping that perhaps the current MPP government, with its one district, one factory policy, may just be able to finally revamp the Pwalugu tomato factory. For now, they wait, they farm, and they hope. Albert Sorry, Joy News, Pwalugu.